very quick.
Hey, yo, Rain.
So hurry up and click, y'all.
You know what we're gonna wake up to Sunday morning, Christmas morning? This team being
What?
in a playoff spot.
Yeah.
As we're both in here looking like Eskimos on a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks was lying when he called himself the coldest because that's right here.
Yeah. I'm the coldest right now. For all the non-Michiganders watching us, all our millions and millions of fans. It's 1 degree in Michigan today.
Feels like.
Feels like -22.
Nice and windy out there.
Yeah. We're supposed to get down to negatives at some point in the night here, so it's gonna get colder.
Shut your whore fucking mouth.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going outside at any point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely supposed to get a little bit colder. I think it's if I saw it correctly, by like 2 a.m. it should be -2.
Yeah, my phone, it shows that it's gonna be like 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.
Oh, nope. Okay, yeah. It's saying that it's gonna go up. Sorry. It's gonna be 2 degrees at 2 a.m.
But
So,
it also
we get that.
has snow in the forecast for the entire day tomorrow too.
Mm-hmm. You wanna know where I'm gonna be?
In the same place you are now, home.
Going nowhere, boy.
What might happen tomorrow, what might not happen tomorrow, I don't know. I got 3 days off in a row. I might be on my Twitch channel, seeing how many hours away I am at the end of God of War, as I do all the side quests as they come.
Oh. Yeah. I think I beat that game like over 2 weeks ago.
I haven't. I played it once in like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe even 3 weeks.
I mean, to be fair, I like as soon as I got it, I just hopped all the way in there, just elbow deep.
Recently
like straight past the fist, like elbow deep in that God of War, and until I beat it.
I mean, I played a couple other games here and there. Okay, the last time I played was 10 days ago.
10 days ago.
It was probably like another 10 plus days before that. It's not that I don't want to play, but when I'm sitting there, it's like 8:30 at night. I'm like, I gotta be off in like 2 hours, though.
You just gotta get them 2 hours.
But it won't be 2 hours. That's the problem with God of War. I'd have to set like an actual alarm, and I don't want to do that while gaming. Because the problem with God of War, I think 2 hours. The next time I do, 3.5, 4.
Yeah. Just let it consume you.
That's what a 3-day weekend's about to be. Nope.
Yeah.
And if you have no kids in the family, there's no like big Christmassy type thing to do.
I know. Yeah, I'm like, I gotta go to my mom's house. And I don't wanna do anything at all still, because it's probably gonna be crap weather. But then I'm supposed to go to my dad's family's thing too. and
So I
that'll
was gonna
probably
say, I know
just
you're
be
not going to your dad's.
no, not my. No, yeah, definitely not my dad's. Not going across the country,
Weather would be nicer.
but yeah, he was whining about how it was like almost freezing.
All right, range of
There.
motion, senior.
Yeah, and I was like, Dad, it is like 50 degrees less here. Like, I mean, if you include the wind chill, it's more than 50 degrees less here.
What I would give to feel the sunlight right now.
Son. Dude, if it was like 35 degrees outside right now, I would be happy.
If all of a sudden you flipped a switch and it was 35 degrees outside, I'd probably strip down the shorts. Go out and celebrate.
Dude. So a few years back, went on a road trip to South Carolina. And it was during that polar vortex we had, like the last time it got real cold like this. And it was like negative 10 or something like that. Like not even wind chill, just like actually negative degrees. But yeah, we went down to South Carolina. By the time we got to Tennessee, like lower part of Tennessee, it was in the 30s. I was walking around in a t-shirt. It felt so good. I was like, oh my God, this is nice. And the people in Tennessee are just like, oh, it's so cold. Because it was like, obviously that was unusual cold for them. And I was like, no, this is great. This is summertime right now in Michigan.
I still remember there was a winter where it was November in Tennessee where my family was at. They had like a foot of snow and we had like no snow at all yet. And they were doing that, and I just sat there laughing my ass off at them while they were complaining. I was like, you got so much snow and we ain't got shit. Oh, fuck
That's what you get for being Tennessee bastards. But they get, man, obviously that's just rare. It's a lot more rare for that kind of stuff to happen with them down there. But, you know, the way global warming works, you never know what's going to happen anywhere. Yeah.
Next thing is if Michigan ever
I'm sorry, global warming's not a thing. My bad.
If it ever became a situation where Michigan had like perfect weather year round, we have plenty of beaches.
Yeah, we got plenty of beaches. That would be. I mean, that would be scary because
It'd be really bad for the earth.
yeah, I don't know. I've watched enough Anthony Bourdain and enough Planet Earth documentaries now to know that if the planet heats up anymore, basically, we're in chaos.
I know what's that? They have that world clock that's called something. Where I know they say we're at like 11:59 on the way to the point of no return. Like, oh, doomsday clock or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the reasons for it.
Yep. Yeah. 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 I don't know. I've seen every single one of the Planet Earth series. And he's got me scared. That old man, he really gets you riled up. I'm like, oh, going green fully.
Them realizing, like, holy shit, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. It's real hard to go green. I wish I could go green.
I mean, I'm thankful for the little things that are made
That's
easy, like recycling at home.
Right.
Just, if only that was a thing decades earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, they waited way too long to do that.
How can we do this without paying a shit ton of money?
But what we should have done was just do it anyway. Like, fuck it. We'll figure it out.
Nope, doesn't help my wallet enough. Greedy people. Right.
You guys happy now? Bastards.
Actually.
Alright. Yeah. It's water.
It's Friday night, and you know what that means. There was another episode of AEW Rampage, Holiday Bash Edition. I'm just saying, that guy over there,
Range of motion.
and we're cold as fuck.
Yeah. As you can see, this is not costume at all. We are both just cold.
And also,
yeah,
Lions fans.
our team has given us something to cheer about for one of our rare times in our lifetime. So excuse me.
So when we're cold and frozen in our homes tomorrow, we have something to be excited about.
I hope.
Because
I hope.
Rampage didn't exactly do the trick tonight.
No, Rampage was hype. Dude, we had a Jade Cargill match tonight.
A really long commercial break.
I think we had a Jade Cargill match behind the commercials.
House of Black dropping another very awkward, weird, kind of like how they used to be promo. That wasn't.
Yeah, this was weird.
Commentators seem to try to explain what they said, and even then, they seem like they were thrown off by it. Like, what?
Hey, Willow's gonna help Ruby.
And he was so worried that Ruby was gonna leave her hanging. Come on.
Yeah, that was whack, Ruby. Like, Willow's got your back, and you just like, come on now, just don't make her think you're gonna leave her hanging.
Not gonna lie though, that moment when she gets it and Ruby walks off, and she does kind of like her like flex kind of thing. That like shot of Willow was money.
Yeah.
Ruby just basically said after Anna Jay got involved, well, she's got friends, and yeah. In came Willow.
A friend indeed. I wish I had Willow as a friend.
I mean, Eddie Ortiz talked about one of his best friends and said he got dropped like a bitch. Like, can't believe you said that about your friend right in front of your friend, and he doesn't even like flinch about it. Like, wouldn't you be like, come on, dude?
I would. Like, come on, man. You can't do that to me here. Some friend he is. Speaking of friends, wouldn't you like to have a 60-year-old buff dude as your friend? Like daddy ass.
I was gonna say, isn't he more of a daddy than a friend?
I guess, yeah, he's a daddy, yeah. But like
I take him over, you know, the other
daddy
60-year-old
in the gay community, daddy.
Take him over the other 60-year-old in that match.
Yeah. Jarrett's guitar over Jarrett every time. Give me Jeff Jarrett's guitar. You know what? Just give Satnam Singh his guitar. and then that's all we got to do.
That with Satnam, that would look like Gallagher with a hammer of watermelons, just with that height.
Exactly. Do it. Ow.
Well, you know what?
I punched myself too hard.
Since we're already kind of talking about it, why not start off with the main event?
Yes.
Which, because
the main event.
The guitar shot on Caster last week, he was not cleared. So it was Daddy Ass and Anthony Bowens versus Double J, Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lethal, Triple J.
I still want them to be called the Lethal Team. Or anything involving Jay Lethal, I want them to be the Lethal Team. They need to get Mark Sterling as part of their team, and then they can be the Lethal Team.
It sounds so much like Legal. That's where my mind was going with it too.
Yeah.
It's like it works.
That's what that's what I want. All right. Get Mark Sterling as part of this group.
Legally lethal.
Legally lethal.
Authorized use of excessive force.
There's so many things we can do with it. Come on, make it happen, AEW. God, I need it. Dude. Okay. But anyways, did you anything special from the main event promo? I didn't.
Nothing special. I know Jeff Jarrett got called a geriatric Kid Rock, which I'm sure they're probably not that far off in age from each other.
I would say, aren't they like the same age? Probably. A geriatric Kid Rock. Like, so they're saying he's older than Kid Rock, which might not be true.
I mean, outside of that, Sanjay Dutt tried to put over his ability to rap.
Yeah. Did you not hear him on Dynamite? That was dynamite. No.
I feel like
I'm happy he's back to wielding the pencil.
I feel like Sanjay Dutt was pretty close to like every single 12-year-old white kid the first time they tilted their head up sideways.
Yep. He did it. It was great.
Did you get anything specific from the rap?
I did like the caster said that they were going to send these dudes back to Impact.
Yeah.
Because all former Impact guys here. And Impact is not doing so hot.
I mean, they have little spots. They never die.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow they just live forever, and it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's there. It's there somewhere, somehow.
It's the Keith Richards of wrestling company.
Yeah, it's just gonna last forever.
Musician who can take all the drugs and just never die.
Hell yeah. No, hell yeah. But Caster did mention that power outage, the huge power outage that happened as a result of the power grid issue in Texas. I like that he brought that up. I can't remember in what context he brought that up, but I was like,
it might have been knock you
using
out.
Just current events.
Might have been
he's gonna knock you out like the power grid in Texas.
But the one that I thought you would have pulled up probably first was one of his last ones. Is they're in San Antonio. They said we got titles like Popovich.
Yeah. Titles like Popovich. Yeah, not bad, Max. Not bad.
The match itself.
The match itself. I didn't really take notes until the end of it.
Yeah, I actually didn't take any notes because I got to the end and I was like, I think I can remember enough of that ending to make it work.
Mhm.
Um,
'Cause there was like Lethal and Bowens had a couple really nice exchanges where they both showed their athleticism early on, and Daddy Ass and Jeff Jarrett just showboated.
I'm
That was how
starting.
the whole match pretty much.
So I'm not sure Jay Lethal's a good heel, or can ever be a good heel.
He does too much babyface stuff.
And just like his face in general, and just
Yeah.
general demeanor, it's just
When Daddy Ass countered his lethal injection, and you just see, and Daddy Ass catches him, and he's just smiling as he gets. I'm like, come on, Jay Lethal, you're just too happy for this.
I mean, before it's all said and done, I feel like we need to see throwback Lethal with like the whole Black Machismo, maybe even the Ric Flair stuff, but at least the Black Machismo Macho Man stuff, because at least that way he can kind of get a big time face run, because that always typically did pretty well for him.
Yeah, I think he definitely needs to. I felt like they were kind of teasing that he would go the face route. What was that? Earlier against Darby. Like when with the whole thing with Darby when he was just like, "Oh, I'm not gonna cheat.
Yeah.
I don't need," and he was like, "Oh, I don't need Sanjay and Satnam."
Oh yeah.
And they were like, "Oh no, what are you doing? You need us."
Yeah,
He's like, "I got this." I'm like, "Oh, all right. Maybe he's gonna go and be the baby face that he should be." Nope, never mind.
I
He's
feel
still an awkwardly happy heel.
like whenever that music hits for his face music for the first time, it's gonna be a big pop.
Yeah, Jay Lethal. That smile on his face that made my night. You know what? Fuck it. I didn't have anything else good, so
Go ahead.
Jay Lethal's awkward ass smile while he's being carried by Daddy Ass. Because when your finisher is getting countered, that is not the look that I would expect to be on your face.
Like my guess is
He's like, thanks.
my guess is it's probably just the camera angle and stuff like that, but it really did just look like the biggest fucking smile on his face.
He was just like, yay, he caught me.
Not long after that happened was when Sanjay got up, almost knocked him off. Caster ends up getting up on the ring apron, but ref's not looking. Was it Double J he hit once?
Yeah.
Harbury gets tied up, getting rid of him, and Sanjay Dutt crawls across the ring super fast to give Billy like the most awkward low blow ever, and their team to win.
Pencil man.
Like he moved so far, stayed on his hands, and he just kept like going as fast as he could across. I'm like, this is
Sanjay,
weird, but it works.
The MVP. Because Satnam got it one punched.
Yeah, that's what like in that whole stuff with the distractions was when Sanjay not Sanjay, but Satnam did the step over to the ring.
Yeah, he was getting in the ring, and then Daddy Ass was like, "Nah, you're not."
I'm the only other one in this ring that can actually reach your head, so fuck
it. yeah, like the only other person strong and that tall, and he still had to like
Because there's gonna be legitimately over 8 foot height difference between him and Bowens.
Yep. So yeah, Bowens is probably like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, see, if it's down into like the 5'10" range, then we're at 1.5 feet. I was just trying to give him like, he might be like 5'11", 6 foot.
I don't think he's 6 foot.
Because I think there's only a few people down in that like the 5'9" range.
5'10".
Anthony Bowen.
Because Caster looks like a few inches taller than him, and that Caster can't be more than 6'1" or 6'2".
Yeah, Bowens is 5'10".
Yeah. That makes.
And Caster, he's listed at 6'1".
Yep. Spot on. And I was like, that guy looks like he's like exact same height as me, which makes Bowens about 5'10". Yep.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking, like, maybe like 5'11" and like 6'3", just because I knew Caster has that NFL tight end build.
Yeah. Yeah. Once I started finding out that a lot of the people are shorter than I think, I was like, oh, that means Caster is more like 6'1", because I was thinking 6'3", but once you told me the height of some of the people, I'm like, everybody's a couple inches shorter than I thought, just because I always assumed that wrestlers were tall as fuck because of old WWE. Oh, 7 foot Undertaker, and you find out later on that he's like 6'8", 6'9", or something.
Plus, it sucks for Undertaker. You figure being that age, that size, and doing as many bumps, and you wrestle for that long, he's probably taken at least an inch off his height just by himself.
Yeah, probably has. Like, probably condensed his spine a little bit.
And you always get shorter as you get older.
Yep. Damn. I don't want to get shorter.
I wonder if that's one of those things, if you do certain things, it won't be as bad.
Yeah, I mean, what's it like to be short? Man, I don't want to be short.
But then again, they always say, when you wake up in the morning and you first get out of bed, you will never be as tall as that for the rest of the day.
Yeah. You also won't way less than that.
What if you wake up in the morning, you stand out of bed, and then you go take a massive shit?
I mean, yeah. If that's what your morning routine is, after your morning shit is when you are going to be the lightest.
Yeah, there's usually poop in the morning.
Yeah. Morning routine. I'm trying to think of how we can transition poop into the next segment.
The whole rest of the show. Good night. Actually, you know what? I can do this. Because something really shitty happened on the show tonight.
Still doesn't narrow it down for me.
We were gonna get Jade in a wrestling match.
Yeah, we do.
Which was nice, considering that Trios Battle Royal on a 1 hour show took up a lot of time.
Yep.
And you find out in the end that it really served no purpose until like the last 3 minutes. But get excited for Jade after all that, and then some promos. You're excited for a match, just like a regular one-on-one match. And it's Jade, straight money, right?
Mm-hmm. It's Jade versus somebody.
Vert Vixen.
Vert Vixen. Yep. But yeah, just like, hey, you don't get to see Jade wrestle too often. Mm-hmm. So tight.
So, Range, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How is Jade supposed to make you money when her entire match is a commercial break.
But that's the thing. You watch those commercials.
Oh, so it's not that you buy merchandise or tickets. It's the fact that you can advertise during her matches. It's that ad money. Has nothing to do with her.
See, that's what they're doing. You get that ad money.
But isn't that also the equivalent of outright telling the world, this is your bathroom break?
Yeah.
We care so little that we'll just have, like, cut away commercial. So yeah, people are gonna get up, walk out of the room if they're watching at home.
That was real bad, yo. There was more commercial than match. I do know that like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, thanks to this Jade match.
Really, I
can't remember what else I know. Yeah, because the story beats to this match was that like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I think something about Allstate as well. That was part of the story of this match. Yeah.
I mean, she was beating somebody's ass, so I really hope they have insurance.
Yeah, that's why they were advertising insurance. See, it wasn't just because they treat Jade or treat women's matches in general like shit. No, that wasn't it at all.
Which is really shitty considering you had such a great women's main event on Dynamite, and then you turn around and follow it up with this. And it's not even that the match was bad.
Is that why they did this? They were like, we have to cut the women's segments real short on Rampage because we gave them a main event on Dynamite. Is that what happened? Because that was real shitty. Oh.
You could have caught 5 minutes from the Trios Battle Royal and nobody would have given a fuck.
Hey, I would have been real sad if I didn't get to see Angelico and Chaos Project dancing at the commentary table and being like, who the hell is that?
Make the entrance come in faster. Make some of the eliminations happen a little bit faster. You could easily cut a few more minutes off of that Trios match and put it to this match, so that way 90% of it didn't happen during a commercial.
Yeah, that was whack. I did like that Jade is using that pump kick a little bit more.
I do like that when we came back from commercial and we got to see her do like 4 kicks, which, strikes usually go quick, and that was the end of the match, was basically 4 kicks in a row, but different types.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna give credit where credit is due. We've seen Jade do a lot of sloppy kicks. A lot of sloppy matches. They're becoming less and less frequent. There was no kick out of this that absolutely looked terrible or completely fake or anything like that. Like the axe kick wasn't super smooth, but it wasn't bad. Pump kick was nice though.
Yeah, the pump kick was really good. She's got a great pump kick.
Because we talked about it just even going back a few months ago. There was times that she would do a terrible pump kick. Yeah, she definitely figured that one out because it's looked great. And the fact that she pinned off of it, I think they know. Mm-hmm. They're like, yeah, her pump kick looks good. Let's just go let her get the win off of this thing. And so, you know what?
Nobody else is doing one like that.
There's only one other match tonight, and I've already kind of ranted a little bit about that too. So, you know what? Why not? I'm throwing up the little graphic. Hardest hit tonight is Jade's pump kick.
Oh, yeah. Jade.
Also, is this the longest that we've ever seen her hair? No, I mean, she did the She-Hulk cosplay and stuff. That was pretty long.
Yeah. Yeah, like
her He-Man or Masters of the Universe or whatever one, I think she had some decent length on that, didn't she? I can't remember the character name, but it's the one that everyone started yelling like Phoenix or whatever.
Or
and Phoenix. They gave the wrong comic character name when we were watching it. Like the people that we were with.
Oh yeah, they said something about somebody from Marvel that I don't know, but I was like, that's Chitara. You don't see the spots and stuff. That's Chitara from Thundercats for sure.
I couldn't remember who it was or anything like that because it wasn't one that I was super familiar with. I was just kind of looking as everyone else was saying something else. I'm like, I don't know.
I lived that Thundercats life, dog. So she was doing some stuff to me with that Thundercat. That's outfit. I don't even. I was like, oh god, Chitara, Jade, come on now. Don't do that. Don't do that now. Oh.
Without her regular hairstyles, I don't think we've seen anything longer.
Right. I love that she always flips up her stuff and it's always fly. Even though her pay-per-view costumes always look like they're about to fall off.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that, but I was going to say whenever she does do like the cosplays and stuff, always really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love Chitara.
I mean, that one was good.
Yeah, the She-Hulk one was cool too.
I think it was really well done.
Body paint wasn't that great for the She-Hulk one, but still liked it.
I think a lot of her doing She-Hulk, making it work, is just her size, being taller than everyone and having the build and everything to do it like very, very accurately compared to everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everything she did look better though when Kiera Hogan was by her side, and now she lost her to Selwood.
It's gonna be okay. Look, like I said, we got Red Velvet. We still got the other one, Layla Gray, whose name I forgot until just a moment. I guess we might not have Red Velvet for too much longer, but Kiera Hogan is going to be a babyface now, and she's going to be challenging for the belt not too long from now.
With that being said, though, I didn't pay enough attention because, we came back from commercial and then everything was over. Did we see any kind of dissension from Red Velvet tonight? Like any faces, anything?
No.
Okay.
They did not give this enough attention at all.
Why AEW? Why? You had the time to make it up. Or, you know what? Maybe you didn't. Because speaking of things that pissed me off, Will Hobbs. I mean, he didn't piss me off. But that was ridiculous.
They're like, we have a developing situation in the back. And it's just, they cut to the backstage and it's just Hobbs holding some random guy up against a wall.
Says he's going to take everything from him. And
he's going to take everything.
So literally this could not have gone for like a total of like more than 7 seconds. Like the commentator said we have something developing backstage. You cut back, you see Marvez walking out of the door, the camera turns around the corner and you see Hobbs doing it and you hear him say the words and then they cut.
Mm-hmm. Pointless. What did they just wanted to let us know that Hobbs was there tonight or something? Because I feel like that's all they did.
I'd rather he not have been there tonight.
Like, hey, Hobbs is here tonight. He's not doing anything, but he's here.
Like, if you can't give that at least 15 more seconds and make it at least against somebody that people know, so it's at least kind of meaningful.
Because, before I saw a face, I just saw curly hair, and I was like, well, Jungle Boy? And then I was like, no, that's not Jungle Boy. It's just a guy.
I mean, it very well could be a wrestler, but if it's a wrestler, it's one of those people from, like, Dark Elevation that nobody really knows.
And I usually skim through those, and I don't know. I didn't recognize the face.
Could be the next Action Andretti or Exodus Prime. People that didn't know the name of 2 weeks ago.
Yep. And Exodus Prime, I just remember just because poor guy's been out there to get squashed on TV.
Serpentico has graduated.
Yeah. Serpentico. I think. Oh. Yeah, I haven't seen him lose or get embarrassed in a long time now, at least.
Well,
I think.
It depends on what you want to call about getting embarrassed for Serpentico, because in the Trios Battle Royal tonight, they did the whole spot where Luther just whips him around the ring into everybody, then goes to hold his hands up, and then Serpentico just collapses.
That's Serpentico, though. It's okay.
His opponent beat his ass to beat their opponent's ass.
It's a chaos project thing.
Which I did not know added Angelico.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know who that was until he was in the ring and then being thrown out the ring almost immediately after.
So a long time ago, they were a tag team called, I think it was the Hybrid 2, TH2, with Jack Evans, I believe was the name, and they were basically they were slightly below Private Party, probably when AEW started. Like, because at least Private Party got some big wins, so against like the Young Bucks, but THU would have been like a team right below them. It's like, hey, we can be competitive, but we're not going to actually be competitive.
Yeah, I don't know much about that guy.
Since then, I
usually at least I've seen him because I skim through Dark and Dark Elevation, but I'd never watch any of his stuff. Like, when I see that he is the featured wrestler and it's him against someone I've not heard of, skip.
I mean, I can tell you he can wrestle, but
find the Willow match.
We'll see that next week.
Yep, that's what I do.
We'll have 2 main events on that Rampage.
Oh boy.
Add Jamie on there, we'll call it 3. Cool.
Oh.
Wait, that would be too many.
There's only one main event. Yeah, that's too many main events.
No, I was gonna say that's too many women matches on one episode of Rampage. AEW would never do that. They can't even televise one.
Yeah. Yeah. I swear that's what they were saying. They were like, yo, we gave you a main event, so it's okay if we make this next one the commercial break.
Back to the Trios Battle Royal.
Back to the Trios.
Any single thing worth even talking about until after the Dark Order is eliminated?
No, not really. Just as expected, Dark Order jumped in, or No, now I guess he's Preston Vance since he's not in the Dark Order. But yeah, I like that they jumped him immediately as soon as they got in the ring. They're like, "Yep, we are here for one thing, beating his ass." It didn't work out.
They really try to play him up as a big heel because I don't even know how many times he flipped off the crowd tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he flipped off the crowd a lot. Then they did their LFI, power to the people fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, there's nothing really else.
Kip and Orange Cassidy kept going at it.
That spot where, yeah. Yeah, those two were tumbling outside the ring, all up the ramp. I feel like that's how the fights between those two end up every single time. Like, oh no, Orange Cassidy and Kip Sabian are going at it again.
The biggest brawlers in AEW.
Yeah, like if they do that again without a match, they're going to be starting to get to Peter Griffin and the Chicken level.
But you're about to mention a spot.
Oh yeah, the spot where Darius pushes Tony Nese. Darius Martin pushes Tony Nese out of the ring.
So
I thought that was pretty good.
After Woods and Daivari were both already eliminated on the outside, he went to do that, like, it was kind of like a springboard or a slingshot kind of scenario, but not really.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
So Nese was it looked like he was actually about to go for like a moonsault type of thing, which isn't a normal thing for him.
Was he though, like on the outside apron, slingshot over the top rope to the turnbuckle?
So that's what was happening. Yeah, damn it. What was he doing with Dante?
Oh,
he was doing something with Dante and he ended up on the other side of the ring. And then he was coming back in.
Because I remember...
And Darius just pushed him out. And he flew into a pile of dudes.
Because I really thought that they were going to do the spot where, like, he pushes him when he springboards off the top rope back into the ring. But once he got into the ring, I was a little bit surprised. But they did it where he lands in the turnbuckle. And as he goes to jump off that, he, like, shoves him over the top rope.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. Good job, Tony Nese.
I think the only way that could be better is if it was like Keith Lee pouncing him at that exact same moment.
Yeah. Keith Lee pounced Darius Quintarius.
This is because if he flew like a pounce, like going into that like the way he got shoved while jumping, it was reminiscent.
It was good. That's all. Yeah. But yeah, it did make me think of that. I was like, Tony Nese knows how to take a fall here. Good job, man.
But yeah,
Good job, Tony.
After Dark Order is eventually eliminated, you know, because Hangman kept, I don't want to say his promise because he never really made a promise, but he did not interfere in the match when Dark Order was in the match. But once they were out,
yeah, as soon as they were out, he was like, "All right, fuck Mox."
So the ring is finally emptying, right? Because we're down to Top Flight and then Claudio and Mox. Feels finally cleared. Hangman gets in there, and now all of a sudden the ring is completely full again with security guards and staff.
Yes. Because Hangman barely even got down to the ring, and staff was like, "Yeah, we already know what's about to happen." Like, this man is dressed in a rose-colored, or in a cowboy shirt with roses on it, and he's sprinting to the ring. We already know what he's doing.
I mean, we've seen this
That's some
man
cowboy
also
shit.
wear butterfly jeans, so
Yeah, like he's about to be doing some cowboy shit. That's for sure. So we gotta stop him.
but he ends up getting involved just enough where Top Flight was able to knock Moxley over the top rope, and surprisingly, with a 2-on-1 advantage, it took a really long time to get to the end of this battle royal.
Yeah, I was a little worried that they were gonna have Claudio beat Top Flight by himself, and I'm like, come on, guys, we gotta stop making the young tag teams look really weak by letting Claudio demolish them by himself.
I thought Claudio was going to Claudio's way to victory because he was carrying a bolt on his shoulders at some point.
Yeah, that's what I was fully expecting to happen for a while there.
That would have been another thing that would have pissed me off tonight, is if he carried a bolt on his shoulders and tossed him over at the same time and won. I'd be like, well, you just murdered Top Flight. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that would have been a very sad moment for me too. Because more than one time, I thought that's what was going to happen. And I'm like, no, you can't. You can't murder Top Flight. Come on.
Yeah. They went back and forth a lot. I don't know what, maybe another 5 minutes when it was just the three of them.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth. Claudio got both of them up a couple times.
They tried to power him over, failed.
They tried to power him over. They tried to clothesline him over.
Eventually, at some point, Claudio caught Darius. They went through a bunch of stuff where he caught Dante, and they did a bunch of stuff, and it ends with Dante kind of pushing Claudio with Dante in position to do a Hurricane Rana to take Claudio over the top rope for the win.
Yeah. Top Flight AR Fox win.
Oh,
AR Fox hop back in the ring. He was like, thanks, guys.
Thanks for the $100,000.
Yeah, $300,000. I'm gonna see if I can get a loan from one of them.
But forgive us if I can't give you the details on exactly how they ended up in that Hurricane Rana situation. If you watch Top Flight and you watch those matches, you know it's very hard to keep up and describe some of the shit they do, let alone keep up.
Yes. My description of most things that Dante Martin does is
jump.
He flew. No, he doesn't jump, he flies.
What I kind of want to see him versus Montez Ford from WWE one day, or make a triple threat with Isaiah Cassidy. But the problem is to really accentuate their ability to fly, it would be really helpful to have some power people in there.
Yeah. Keith Lee.
Have a pounce and flying competition.
I'm like, who's big that can do some athletic stuff?
As opposed to like a long jump or something, it's how far can Keith Lee pounce you? That's So you have to have good timing, you have to have good speed, you have to have a good jump, clean launch. Probably for your best bet, you probably want to give him the flattest surface, so you want to be able to turn the right amount of angle to get your back to him. There'd be some strategy involved in this.
Yeah, there definitely has to be some strat. Because if he's got like your back, that probably would give him the best push.
But if you jump too high, he's going to get too far underneath you.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to necessarily get as vertical as possible, because like if Dante tried to jump, he might come close to leapfrogging Keith Lee.
Oh yeah. That dude does things with little effort that everyone else does.
I mean,
like focusing on. Like everyone else, like when they go up for a moonsault or anything, they're like,
Dante probably backflips out of bed while still sleepwalking.
yeah. Yeah, like Dante, like, yeah, like, and we've only seen him trip like one time.
I got so scared in that 1/2 second when he did the straight up jump to the top rope, no hands, nothing, and he slipped, but still, like, slid all the way to the ground, but still landed on his feet. I was like, almost watched somebody die.
I was like, okay, he's Dante, he's got it. He's perfectly fine landing from that height because it's him.
Those adjustments, and that would have been terrible, because that was
it's
right
funny with him messing up. He probably got like the same height that most people usually do.
So that's all the matches for tonight.
That's all.
Kind of briefly covered almost all of the segments, even as well. Like
we did. Mm-hmm.
I mean, not in great detail necessarily on some of them, but how many of them really deserve it, you know?
I don't really see a need to go deeper into any of the other things, really.
Sammy Guevara tried to annoy the shit out of Garcia.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, Garcia was like, yeah, I mean...
want to give him a hug.
He's like, just like, it's no secret that I don't like you. I'm like, he's like, I don't like the way he dresses. I'm like, damn, Garcia's going hard on your mentor.
But he's a team player, so he's going to do it for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy tells him he needs to give him he needs a hug. He is trying to like get out of it the entire time. Sammy, while talking to him, kept doing the whole like put his hands on his shoulder, saying like to be supportive. She kept wiping him away.
And he's like, "Can you not like like stop?" Hey, Garcia, you wanted to stay in that JAS, man.
The only other thing really from tonight was a Wardlow hype video for his match with Samoa Joe.
Oh, I forgot about. I didn't even. I don't even have that in my notes because I forgot about it.
Yeah, if there's talking to be done in this feud, 90% of it should be by Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
Yeah, Wardlow just usually says, "I'm gonna kick your ass."
Well, it's Wardlow's world.
It's Wardlow's world. I'm like, okay, man. Snooze. Get Joe on the screen.
The only other lines he said were the same lines he's been repeating since he lost the title.
It's Wardlow's world.
You hit me from behind. You didn't pin me or submit me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know that Wardlow's about to get his belt back.
I'm holding out hope that they find a way for Joe to be sneaky again and retain.
Me too. But I don't see it happening.
Although, if that happens, I fear where that would send Wardlow next. Because you send him up for the title, do you have him lose to... I mean, we know MJF can't lose anytime soon. So it's like, you kind of
they pretty much got him locked in. until his whole bidding war storyline ends, or at least until that is nearing its conclusion.
I feel like he has to beat Wardlow then, because if he's going to hold that title forever, Wardlow can't get the TNT and hold it for forever too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So eventually, I don't know. Either way, eventually they're definitely gonna do MJF Wardlow again at some point.
At a pay-per-view, but unless something drastically changes, I feel like that's not big enough for Double or Nothing or All Out. So it might be like a maybe like the summer one.
Yeah, Full Gear or Revolution.
Revolution, if Wardlow's the TNT champion, is too soon. Full Gear worries me because let's say any of it's real and MJF really could be out the door.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be Wardlow to be the one taking the title off of it. Hey, so by that aspect, I want Ricky Starks at Full Gear 2023.
I'm getting myself fully prepared for it because I think Wardlow's going to be the one that takes the belt off of MJF.
And I'm also still like another person that I think would make perfect sense instead of Wardlow. Go back to Hangman at winning the title at Full Gear 2 years after the fact, because you got the bidding war of 2024 versus the guy who is like Mr. AEW.
Although I feel like Moxley is now Mr. AEW.
Homegrown talent, the first big project.
Man.
Mox is just the bigger star.
Yeah.
Okay, or... Yeah, it's hard because he's carried the ball.
Yeah.
Mox has carried the ball. It just also kind of feels like Hangman's kind of like the heart, like behind this. I don't know. Everyone loves Hangman. Most people's like one of his favorite people behind the scenes. He was even at the Brawl Out scrum, and his name was in it.
Yeah, because he's Hangman Adam Page. Because he'd be wearing them rose shirts.
And only some years ago, he was teaching high school.
That's why he dresses like that. Ah.
And I think the stuff that he taught, I think he'd be really good at helping this podcast. It was like graphic design or like media stuff or something. I don't know.
Ah, that makes so much sense. That's why. All right. That's why he dresses the way he does. He is a teacher. You learn so many things. You understand so many things now. Like, why does Hangman dress so weird? Oh, he's a teacher. Perfect. It's only hipsters and teachers dressed like that.
That's a little bit late, but I figured why not throw it in there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If Rod's still there. Ketchup on a coney? Ew, who does that?
Who would do that?
Oh,
man.
It's 12:30.
Hey, guys. We out. We tired.
Sleepy time
It's
and
cold.
stuff like that. Ooh.
Time to be bundled.
Because now I'm a little bit less cool just wearing all this for a bit now. I just thought about the idea, like, actually being in blankets, though.
Yeah.
I'm about to curl up like a little kid with a blankie. I don't give no fucks.
Yeah, buddy. I've got a blanket right behind me, actually.
Everyone,
I was
if you're watching this back later or you're still here, just make sure you hit like, subscribe, all those good things, and the Discord. You can join the Discord. It's in the description of all of our videos, except I need to check to see if it's in our live streams. I don't think so. There's so much work to be done. Oops. Have a happy holidays and enjoy your weekend.